I'm with CU Medicine psychologist Dr. Angelo Alago from CU Medicine Family Medicine Depot Hill in Broomfield. You're a primary care psychologist, but you find interest in helping patients that are having trouble sleeping. What are some common reasons that people or your patients typically aren't sleeping well?
Yeah, so we've got a few different buckets that sleep problems can fall into. Some of it has to do with stress, and we hear that a lot, right? I just can't turn my mind off. I'm always worrying or thinking or planning. And so if we look at this kind of through an evolutionary lens, when we're feeling stressed or anxious, that maps onto the danger areas in our brain. Does it make sense to fall asleep when you're in danger? No. And so you're going to have a hard time sleeping if you're feeling stressed and worked up. So that's one. The other is health related. So things like pain or various aspects of illnesses that require intervention throughout the night. So that can come up and get in the way of people's sleep. But what I'll say is most common is our own choices, our own habits, things that we do that aren't compatible with sleep. You know, you think of the classic ones that people are always talking about, like screen time in bed, and different things like that. A lot of sleep problems can be understood in terms of behavioral patterns that get in the way of sleep.
What strategies do you give your patients to help improve their sleep?
Yeah, totally. There are three major recommendations that come out whenever I'm talking with somebody about sleep. The first one has to do with, and normally I would spend like half an hour talking about the rationale behind this, but I'll just cut to the chase. So the first one, waking up and getting up at around the same time every day is one of the best things that you can do to train your body clock. All of us have a built-in body clock. It's called the circadian clock, and it's set primarily by the first dose of light that we get every day. If that's happening at different times on different days, our clock is always trying to play catch up. So stabilizing that wake up time, one of the best things that you can do to get better sleep. The second thing is limiting what you're doing in bed to sleep. Our brain loves to make connections. It's always linking things together, finding patterns, creating patterns. The connection that we want your brain to have is bed equals sleep, which means anytime you're doing anything other than sleep, including struggling to sleep, you're teaching your brain the wrong lesson, right? So your brain starts to think bed equals frustrated, or bed equals browsing Reddit, or bed equals relaxing. That's a tricky one because that's nice, but is that the same as sleep? No. Mm-hmm. That third rule is don't leave yourself too much time for sleep. What I mean by that is a lot of folks fixate on a specific number. They think, I need 8 hours, I need 9 hours. But realistically, they're only sleeping 6 for whatever reason. But they still set aside 8 hours. Well, what you're doing is you're planning for 2 hours of insomnia, right? That doesn't make sense. So stick with a number that's realistic for you. We can work on building that number up later. But to start, if you're wanting to get your sleep under better control, you have that fixed wake up time, count backwards the number of hours that you're realistically getting, and that becomes your new bedtime. What happens is within a few days, your body adjusts and it recognizes, oh, I only have this amount of time. In a nutshell, those three recommendations: get up and wake up at the same time, only use the bed for sleep, and don't leave too much time for sleep. Helps a lot of folks get their sleep back under control.
You can learn more about Dr. Alago and CU Medicine Family Medicine at cumedicine.us. Thanks so much, Dr. Alago.
Thank you.